welcome back to my channel. First off, let me apologize if the lighting is weird. I usually film in front of my window, which I am now, but it is like super stormy outside. It's really dark, so the lighting's kind of off, so I have this rigged up thing behind me trying to make it so you can see me, so yeah. Anyways, today I wanted to talk self-tanning. I know a lot of people do self-tanning. I know a lot of people go to tanning beds and tan outside, which is cool. I have tanned in tanning beds before, however, I don't get very dark, and it takes a long time for me to tan. I don't tan very well at all, and I can sit outside for days, and my legs will be white as a sheet. Like, so another thing is, my mom recently had a battle with a type of skin cancer, and so that kind of turned me off of the whole fake bake and sitting out in the sun thing. It was a big deal for her family. She's doing really well now, and I believe that everything was removed, and so I believe she is in remission. I believe that's what they called it. I'm not for certain. We kind of don't worry about it if it's not apparent, so we're doing good. She's doing good, but I'm a big advocate for self-tanning if you want to be tan. So I wanted to show you some products that I like, some products I don't like. This is my Basket O Tanner. It had sunscreen and stuff to it, but that's over there. And so let's get started. A lot of people, I think, when you start doing self-tanners, you do the lotions, the gradual tanners, which are fine. That's what I started with. I started with the Jergens Natural Glow, which I am not a big fan of anymore, mainly because when it starts to fade, it gets very odd looking. It gets real patchy, and I'm just not a really big fan of it. I also don't like the smell, which they knew that they did came out with a new formula that does not smell as bad. I'm just not a fan of the Jergens Natural Glow, and after a while, it tends to look orange. But if you are starting and you want to go with something kind of easy, that may be a way to go. But I wanted to show you something that was better. I have a couple different rub-on lotions. I don't have that one. Dang it, I threw it away. These are a couple of the lotions. These two are the buildable self-tanners. You can buy these at Walmart. This is by Banana Boat. It is Summer Color in Deep Dark, and it's for all skin tones. They do have a lighter version, but I've noticed that the lighter versions don't do as much, or they come off orangey, so I prefer the darker selection than the lighter selection. So just keep that in mind. And it does have a color when it comes out. You can see. Good rule of thumb is that if it has a color when it comes out of the bottle, it will transfer. Some transfer more than others, and by transfer I mean rubbing off on your clothes, on your sheets. It will transfer somewhat. Whether it does it a lot or a little depends on the product. This one I don't feel like transfers a whole lot, but it does a little bit. It doesn't, it smells like a self-tanner. It's not overly powerful. It doesn't give you a headache. And it does not streak. I do like that. It does have kind of a color guard, which is nice, especially if you're just starting out. That lets you know where you put it, if you've got any big splotchy spaces. However, I have a problem with it around the ankles, around the knees, and around the wrists. Those are the hardest places to self-tan because your skin is so thin, and there's usually a lot of lines, and it gets really dry in those areas, and you don't ever think about it, so the color just sucks right into it, and you look bad. But and my friends know that when I self-tan, they know, because I usually have that ring around my wrist that's all funky colors and everything. So this does do that. I usually do it every day to build the tan, which could be the reason that it does that. So if you maybe spaced it out, it would probably be better. And so I do like this one. One I want to show you that I really like is the Copper Tone Sunless Tanning Gradual Tan Lotion, and it comes in a bottle like this. I don't know that these come in different colors. A friend's girlfriend actually turned me on to this. I really like it. It does not have a color guard, though, and I'll squeeze it on here and just rub it on something later. It's white. So it doesn't have a color guard, which I don't like because it doesn't show you where it's at, but it doesn't transfer. It doesn't get on your clothes or anything because I put it on this morning and I have this white shirt and I can guarantee you, in fact, you can see it's still white. And so it doesn't transfer. It doesn't take long to dry. And it really is gradual. It's not all of a sudden you're bronze and you just want to get a little bit bronzer. It is very gradual. It doesn't leave that stuff around your wrists or your knees. It blends very nicely and it doesn't really smell. So I highly recommend this, especially if you're starting out. This is very good product to use. It is the Coppertone Sunless Tanning, and you can find this at Walmart. I'm pretty sure you can find it at any drugstore. So I definitely recommend this. Another lotion that I have tried, which is not a gradual lotion, and I was not really aware of that. It is the L'Oreal Sublime Bronze Tinted Self-Tanning Lotion, and it looks like this. And it's an instant bronzer, and it does, so it does kind of have a color guard. You won't be the color that you put on yourself. It will fade. The color guard will fade, and your color will build up. This is in Deep. You can find other colors. It says it's an instant bronze glow, won't rub off, quick dry, vitamin E. It does rub off. I'm going to tell you right now. It will transfer. And I'm going to show you how dark it is. If it'll do it. Come on. Please work. Yeah. It's like really shimmery and it stinks. Like it smells like self-tanner and really gross, and like your grandma's perfume. If your grandma wears nice perfume, I'm sorry for that comment, but it stinks. Like it made my nose hurt. I did not like the smell of it, and it isn't exactly streak-free. You can get splotches, and it did that. It was really bad around all those dry spots. So if you're good at putting on self-tanning lotions and you want an instant effect, and this does last quite a few days, then maybe you can go for this. If you are really new to self-tanning, I do not recommend this product at all. Don't do it because you will be disappointed and you'll think you suck at it. And really, it's just that you don't know how to use this product. I'm not a fan. I'm not an expert at self-tanning, but I really don't like this. A couple other things. If you're going to an event and you don't want to get spray tanned, because spray tanning is a whole situation in itself. I have done it by not just I didn't have the machine done. I had somebody with an airbrush spray tan me for an event, and it was like a whole thing. Like I had to have my friends blow dry me before I could get dressed for the party. Yeah, that's the thing. But if you want it like just a nice glow, two things I have not tried the Saint Tropez Instant Glow, but I will, and I will do a review because I wanted to try Saint Tropez, and I pronounced it wrong in my Ipsy bag, sorry. And then another thing is the Victoria's Secret Beyond Bronze. This is in Love Spell, so that's what it smells like. And let me show you what Saint Tropez looks like. Like that. Oh, you can't see. It's oozing, so it's messy now. So those are all going to be instantaneously you're going to be bronze. So, and this is what I have had this for a really long time. Ew. So it's like a bronze, it literally looks bronze when it comes out of the tube. I'm going to have to wash these pants. Anyways, so if you have never done this before and you're not sure how the color is going to look on you, I recommend taking just a white plain lotion and mixing a little bit of this into like your lotion. So like get some on your hand and then squirt some in this and then mix it all around, and it helps so you don't get big splotches or streaks or it doesn't sit anywhere. It kind of blends in nicely. That's what I do with I've done that with this one, and it helps it go together, and this smells amazing. I think that Victoria's Secret still has this. I've had this for years. But if you are going to an event, you don't want to, plan ahead and you just all of a sudden you're like, I really want to be tanned. One of these products is really good. This one, if you're better, that could be used for that too, that Sublime. I just really don't like it. It stinks. But yes, I recommend these for just a one-time thing, and they will wash off the next day. Well, not the next day, maybe like you'll get like a day and a half or so out of it. So those are really good for that. And I also, you guys have seen my, I think it was in my favorites for May, I don't know, and it was the Sephora brand spray tan, and I do really like that one. I threw the can away when I was doing some spring cleaning, but it's just an aerosol spray, and I really like that. It does have kind of a color guard, so you can see where you're putting on, and you don't have to rub it in, which is really nice, because then your palms don't get orange. So I really like that. A couple tips for self-tanning. Wear gloves. You can buy cheap gloves. I forgot to bring mine over. Cheap gloves to put on, like the doctors use, and put those on your hands, especially if you're going to be rubbing, so then you don't get those nasty orange palms. And then make sure you get your elbows, and before you even tan, I know a lot of people preach this, but it is important, exfoliate. All I do is get a bowl of sugar, like a cup or so of sugar, and then in the shower, I take handfuls and just rub it all over my body and just really exfoliate, and I shave and get all that done. And so then when I'm ready to tan, everything is exfoliated, all the dead, sorry, my hair is being really weird today. All of my dead skin is gone, and I don't have to worry about that. And then when you get out, make sure that you moisturize. And you don't want a heavy moisturizer because you have to let it dry before you have to let it dry completely before you apply your self tanner. So I showed you guys in my May favorites, I'll link that below, the Vaseline spray and goes. Those are perfect because I just spray it on, rub it in real fast, and then within a couple minutes it's all dry and I can do my self tanning and get it out of the way. And I do mine in the morning mainly because I shower at night, so then at night I wash off the color guard. Yeah. Anyways, so those are a couple tips. Also, when you get into your hands and you take off your gloves, I squirt a little bit of, I've been using the Coppertone, so I will squirt a little bit on my hand right here, and then it looks weird when you're doing it, and it looks awkward. You just kind of take your hands together, and I won't have my ring on, and you just kind of go back and forth like this and get all the top strands, because that's what you're really worried about. And then when it's almost all the way rubbed in, then you can just rub it in like normal lotion, and then I'll just go take a fluffy towel and kind of buff off what's on my palms, and then I don't have orange palms. Yeah, and then make sure you get in between your fingers, make sure you get in between your toes, make sure you do your ankles nice, you know, all the things that you don't think about, you have to think about now. And then another thing, if you are new to self-tanning, that you may want to pick up, this is by Flavors. It's a sunless tan corrector, and it's like this. It's a soap, and so if you get the weird wrists, you just, we'll just do it. It's like shimmery, like that. And you just wash your hands with it, and it will take away, it's kind of a grit. It feels like there's glitter in it, but I don't think that's what it is. But you just wash your hands with this, and then it'll kind of buff out those mistakes so it doesn't look so bad. So those are my self-tanning tips. I hope that has helped you guys. If you need any more help, or you want to see another video similar to this, let me know in the comments below. I will link my Instagram, Twitter, email, blah, blah, blah. I'll link it all. This video is getting really long. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.